Welcome back into Pardon My French. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Looking at the starting lineup, sponsored by Hempstead Home Repair. First for the number 2 ranked DCG Mustangs, it is the 5'4" guard Leah Brock, the 5'7" junior guard Macy Meyer, one of the top three-point shooters in the state at 5'11", the sophomore Ava Smid wearing number 12, another tall player for this team, 5'10", number 14, Addie Abens, and rounding out 5'7", Tessa Jones, as DCG wins the opening tip as we are underway for Norwalk. It is a familiar team as this one is missed. Reeder with the rebound. Bring back to Birmingham. Stops, pops for three from the top. Key and hits.
Excellent start for Birmingham. Absolutely needed to get that first shot going. She has been cold against DCG in their 2 games this season. Great start.
The starting lineups for the Warriors. Pearl Brown, the 5'11" senior guard, as the Warriors hounding defensively, trying to force a turnover, and a 5-second call on the deep left wing. Brown and Birmingham combining on the stop.
Getting some great early momentum. That's something that we've seen the Warriors sort of struggle with in some of these big games. Not able to start off hot. They've got a great start going right now.
Joining Brown in the backcourt is number 2, Hannah Overholzer, the top three-point shooter on this roster. She's a senior this year. Braylon Birmingham, the state's leader in scoring, averaging 30 a game, wearing number 10, a sophomore for the Warriors. She catches the ball up on the top, gives it over to the left wing, back up top to Birmingham, screen set by Brown. It is switched by DCG. Carlson, the team's leading rebounder, senior this year, wearing number 11. As the shot clock running down, sidestepping into the paint is Birmingham, a nice drive.
Tough layup, Euro step in traffic, able to get a nice floater and knock it through.
Rounding out the starting lineup for the Warriors is the sophomore McKenna Reeder, averaging about 6 points per game this year. Has been a nice secondary defensive player, as on the drive, Brown gets the swat and saves it from going out of bounds, tips it over to Carlson.
You see the defensive presence of Brown getting the block and then saving inside to get the Warriors possession.
Birmingham floater, no good. And then a foul underneath as Carlson going for the offensive rebound. Talking with Coach Segrist after the game, as Brown, 11 points, 4 steals, doing it on both sides of the ball. Birmingham 26 and 10 in that game against Central DeWitt on Tuesday. Called Pearl Brown the best scorer in the state, and Braylon Birmingham the best offensive player. Feels confident against any game. 5-0 lead. Birmingham turns the ball over as the ball brought down, and this is going to go out of bounds. Turnover back the other way.
A little bit of a sluggish start for DCG, and the Warriors taking full advantage of that, already establishing a presence and really setting the tone for this game.
Ball brought down. Birmingham has her pocket picked, able to get back on top of the ball. Gets it over to Overholzer, who gets it to Reeder. So sloppy offense on this possession. 6 minutes to go in the first. Warriors up 5-0. Swung over to Brown here on the near side wing. Cutting off ball as Reeder couldn't get it to her, going towards the basket. Carlson setting the screen for Birmingham up top. She will go to the rim and comes over to Brown, who pops up to the right wing. Reeder to the top of the key, swings it over to Birmingham. Head fake, steps back, fires another 3. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. No, it's an air ball anyway, so it goes back the other way. Norwalk still the 5-point lead, 5:35 left in the first quarter. Ball over to the far wing for Abens. Popping up is Jones. Still no offense so far for DCG as this one rims off. Offensive rebound brought in by Abens, but a turnover as Overholzer gets the steal.
Fantastic pick from behind by Carlson. Reeder finishes it through.
Reeder gives the Warriors a 3-possession lead early on. Warriors starting very differently than we saw on Tuesday against Central DeWitt. It'll be a foul underneath against Carlson, and foul is a big key in that game for the Warriors, as both Carlson and Bordenaro came very close down in that game. They're 2 post players with 4 fouls each.
Yeah, I mean, Central DeWitt took advantage of the Warriors' physicality, able to get to the line, only making 50% of them tonight, and that's something that's been a strong suit for this DCG team. Their last game in their win went 14 of 18 from the line, shooting very well. One of the top 5 free throw shooting teams in 4A.
Addie Abens at the line to start this one. She goes 0 for 2. Don't know if it's something about this Warriors crowd, but teams have struggled against them here at State. As Birmingham slowing it down a little bit. Overholzer popping up to catch the ball. They get it over to Brown. Warriors looking for their first state championship appearance since 2006. Goes around and comes back to Reeder at the top of the key. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Back to the wing. Birmingham will fire another three. Bang! Birmingham with 2 early threes. Warriors up 10. Timeout DCG. Warriors feeling it early on.
Birmingham already knocking down 2 threes. I mentioned in pregame, she has been 0 for 15 in the past 2 games against DCG, already rewriting her narrative against this Mustang squad.
And we saw, you talked a little bit during pregame as well, that she struggled from the floor in general in that loss. Her lowest scoring output of the season, just 12 points at home against these Mustangs. Figuring out this defense early on, though.
Yeah, shot 19% in that loss already, and that's a big thing I'm looking forward to in this game, is that you want to give Braylon open opportunities. You don't want to have to solely rely on her to create for herself. DCG plays excellent defense, as we've seen in multiple low-scoring affairs, but Birmingham's already hot, and that's a dangerous thing to play with.
So substitutions coming in as Brock will bring the ball down. It is Anaya Bowens checking into the game along with Paisley Heidgerken as Brock looks to drive, pops it back up top, finding Smid. As the Mustangs looking for something to go offensively, down 10 early on. Warriors defense sagging off a little bit, trying to make Smith into a shooter, as this one is rebounded and knocked away from Carlson, and it will go back to the Warriors. As the Warriors, 22 wins this year. The 2 teams split the regular season matchup the last 2 years as 25 and 26 Co-Little Hawkeye Conference champions. But this one has much bigger implications as the winner of this game advances to the state championship. Birmingham forced to pick up her dribble, gives it off to Carlson. Carlson drives through the defense, and they're going to call a travel as she dragged that pivot foot before getting the shot off. 3:48 left here in the first quarter. Defense trying to collapse in, force the ball out of Birmingham's hands. We've seen other players show the ability to take over. Need something like that today from someone like Carlson or Overholtzer after they both struggled in the game on Tuesday with shooting the ball. This three-pointer rims off. It's rebounded by Carlson. That one out of the hands of Smid. Overholtzer, full head of steam back the other way, able to get the ball over to Birmingham. Defense close in on her as stop and pop. Shot missed, but Pearl Brown an offensive board. The Warriors hit the glass hard against Central DeWitt with 4 different players with at least 8 rebounds in that contest.
Yeah, and Brown in the 2 matchups this season has had 8 and 9 rebounds. They've been an excellent rebounding team this entire season, especially against DCG, and that's going to be a huge thing to look for in this game.
This shot rims off. And another offensive rebound. Pearl Brown getting in the thick of things. It is eventually brought in, and it'll be a jump ball, and we'll go back to DCG.
We're seeing early on this Warriors team is just coming out with this physicality, and it's causing this Mustang offense to be in some sort of a panic. They've been playing nice defense, but Birmingham has just been playing better offense, and this whole team really looks extremely focused and locked in this first quarter, up 10.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the first. Both teams going a little scoreless the last couple of minutes. In the post, it was Meyer kicking it out. 3 in the corner, no good. Brown couldn't bring the rebound in. A long board is brought in by Heidgerken. Moves it over to Meyer. 40% shooter from downtown this year. The team's leading scorer at almost 15 a game. Down low, Smid forced to pick up her dribble. Brown cutting in, layup up and good as the Mustangs finally get on the board with 2.5 left in the first. Birmingham down the left sideline at the top of the key this time. Looking to go against Smid. Caught her hand in the cookie jar for a second. Gets it over to Carlson. Carlson driving in, and a good layup through contact. Bowens with nice defense, but Carlson a better finish.
Excellent job from Carlson, able to work through Anaya Bowens there, able to slow down those 2 steps and get it off the glass.
Ball picked up and kicked back out as Meyer was looking for a screen up top. They'll move it around to Smid in the far corner. Meyer coming around a couple of screens. Smid drives in, goes on the right side of the lane. It is swatted, but there's going to be a foul. I think that'll go against Overholtzer reaching in on the drive. But they will give her the shot. Does go against Overholtzer. That's her first. Carlson and Overholzer with the 2 Norwalk fouls. 1:54 left in the quarter. Free throws knocked in by Smid, who is only a 53% free throw shooter on the season, but leads the team in attempts as the post player. Seen some really, really good basketball here today. Really the only game that wasn't that close was Johnson taking care of business against Ankeny. It went to overtime between Northwest and Dowling, as it was a substitution with Grace Bordenero coming into the game for Norwalk. Played some big minutes on Tuesday night. Didn't really get her shot to fall, but the team is going to need her to provide some quality minutes tonight off the bench. There's a 6-player rotation all year for Norwalk. Overholzer in the corner, drives back into the middle. Step back, lefty shot. It's an air bank, does not hit rim. Fighting for the rebound, and eventually it's brought down by Meyer. Meyer driving hard on the left side against Brown, kicks it out, open 3 for Heidgerken. Left short, but Meyer right there for the offensive rebound. Floater no good, it's an air ball, and it cannot be saved by Bowens before going out of bounds.
Mustangs have been cold to start, but the Warriors kind of slowing down a little bit. They need to find a little bit more momentum, keep their foot to the gas pedal.
12-4 with a minute left here in the first quarter. Warriors with a nice hot start, getting out that 10-0 run. Birmingham against the defense coming off the screen. Double team comes over. They get it over to Bordenero. Now to Carlson in the corner. Carlson 2 points here in the first. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Finds Birmingham, goes off her hand. And it is stolen away. Coming back the other way, Smid working against Birmingham in transition. Into the corner, they kick it over. Meyer, couple dribbles in. Long 2 is missed. Offensive rebound by Heidgerken. In the post, trying to go right at Carlson. Gets swatted.
Excellent defense from Carlson there. Able to just keep her hands up. Wasn't forcing anything downward. Just let the ball come to her hand and reject that one.
Under 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Warriors an 8-point lead. They'll hold for the final shot of the quarter. 2 blocks for them here in the first. As they get it to Overholzer, now to Birmingham. 3-pointer off as that one is long. Heidgerken brings in the board, tipped out of bounds, and at first I thought they were going to call a foul, and they do, as that Carlson is second here.
Just a silly foul. I mean, under 5 seconds left, a loose ball. You know that if they do get it, they're just going to have to chuck up one shot. Carlson's just got to be a little bit smarter there and conserve those fouls, because DCG in these past couple games gets to the line early and often. In that last game, both forwards with 4 fouls. They do not want this in this game against DCG.
Meyer drive at the rim, and she cannot get it to fall, but there is a foul called, and she will go to the free throw line. The Norwalk crowd behind us did not like that call, and it is Brauk, that is at the charity stripe. Brauk, an 88% free throw shooter on the season. Foul went against Reeder. That's her first. Her 14 fouls against the Warriors in the first quarter. Brauk knocks in the first one, trying to get this back to a 6-point game. Make it a 2-possession lead for Norwalk at the end of 1. Second free throw, no good for Brauk. So the Warriors lead 12-5 at the end of 1. Want to thank our sponsors, Huddle, Hempstead Home Repair, and N Nails, allowing us to bring coverage here courtside at state basketball. At Huddle, we know every client has unique needs, whether you're designing custom gear for your business, sports team, or community event like today's. Huddle is here to deliver. From custom designs and high-quality printing or embroidery projects and even merch, we bring your vision to life with care and attention to detail. Reach us at your team at Huddle, HUDDLE.us. Or call or text us at 515-336-7841. Your brand, your vision, your commitment. Huddle up. N Nails is not only a beauty salon, we strive to create a relaxing and welcoming space for all our clients. At our salon, we will take care of you and all your beauty needs, from your nails and toes to your lashes. We specialize in many nail designs and hope you will gain a lasting relationship. Book today by calling 515-981-8448 or visiting us at 1300 Turnberry Drive, Unit 3 in Norwalk. As Norwalk 12-5 at the end of 1. A great first quarter for Braylon Birmingham, who leads the way with 8 points. Came in today the 4A leader with over 30 per contest. Warriors a little bit of foul trouble here creeping up as Bordenero gets the start to begin the second quarter, as Carlson may sit for a decent amount here in the second with those 2 fouls. Birmingham across the timeline, comes around a screen from Overholzer. They kick the ball back to her. Good defense by Heidrick, not allowing an open shot. Birmingham on the left wing, goes to the Reeder at the top. Reeder looking to drive, picks up her dribble, and they're going to call as she dragged the pivot foot. That's a travel, excuse me. The ball goes back, 15 seconds gone in the second. Warriors already 4 turnovers in the game. And I think that they're going to need a big game from McKenna Reeder, at least defensively, trying to make sure that this team does not allow open shots for one of the best 3-point shooting squads in the state. Yeah,
she didn't score a whole lot of points in that first round game against Central DeWitt, but picking up 8 boards, and most of them offensively, impacting the game in a huge way, and that's something that you're wanting to see from these players that maybe don't score as much. They can still impact the game in a big way.
Smid gives this one over to Brauk. She'll drive in, layup, too strong off the backboard, and it is rebounded by Birmingham. Thought about pulling the trigger on a 3, but defense gets back and doesn't allow the open shot. And there's going to be an illegal screen here offensively for Norwalk. And that'll be 2 fouls against Overholzer as well.
Norwalk's been having a bit of momentum, but they're just making needless fouls out here. I mean, we saw the loose ball one with under 5 seconds remaining from Carlson, already having 2, leaving them on the bench, and then just an illegal screen, just trying to cross across the paint from Overholzer. Got to be smarter than that.
Luckily, Overholzer not a player that gets in foul trouble much, as inside this one is scored by Jones on a nice post up against Reeder.
Able to work through that contact and make the tough layup.
Brown open underneath. Good find from Birmingham. She lays it in on the reverse.
Fantastic cut from Brown. Caught the defense sleeping, able to get the ball right under the hoop and get the reverse to go.
Meyer kicks this one into the corner. They're going to go right back in the post this time for Addie Abens. Kicks it back out for Brauk because she couldn't get that turn. Good defense in the post. Brauk launches a 3, no good. Rebounded by Birmingham, and a foul underneath called against DCG. As Birmingham got separated from the ball, she picks up her 3rd rebound of the game already to go along with her 8 points. Substitutions as Anaya Bowens and Ava Smid check back in for DCG, while Carlson returns on the other side. Bordenero takes a seat. 6:18 left in the second quarter. Norwalk the 7-point lead. Birmingham rejects the double screen, drives right at the defense on the left side, misses it, and it's rebounded by Brauk, who's able to maintain the rebound through some pressure. Kicks it ahead, Smid, good pass underneath, finding Bowens, who lays it in. Birmingham with the ball up top, lead back down to 5 for Norwalk. They've been outscored 9-4 after that 10-0 start. Carlson with it in the corner. Looking to find somewhere to go with it. Defense hounding her. And a timeout called by Coach Segrist to maintain the possession. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 5:36 remaining here in the second quarter. The Iowa High School Girls High School Athletic Union reminds you to practice good sportsmanship at all times. Support your athlete and team positively and enjoy the game. So, Braden, what are you seeing from these 2 teams so far? Norwalk, obviously the 5-point lead, but have struggled to get going since that hot start.
I think they're just being a little bit too complacent with that hard start. I think when you see these players, they get the ball, immediately jump stop, and they're looking for Braylon. They don't seem to want to create or try to create with themselves. That's what we saw, which led to this timeout with Ava Carlson in the corner. I think they just have so much trust in Braylon Birmingham to get them out of any rut and just to create offense for them. But you have to run plays and create opportunities for yourself, not just have one person do that, solely dependent. And DCG has just been doing a great job playing some aggressive defense like they have this entire season.
Norwalk will inbounds here on the offensive end, right in front of us. 15 seconds on the shot clock. See what Coach Segrist was able to draw up during that timeout. Birmingham on the right side of the court. Dribble handoff for Overholzer. Double team comes. She gets it to Brown. Down to 5 seconds, the shot clock. Brown into the corner. Reeder, Overholzer. Birmingham does not get the shot off in time. It was missed anyway. So a shot clock violation, a turnover for Norwalk.
As we saw there, I mean, shot clock's winding down. Reeder gets the rock in the corner, decides not to shoot it. Overholzer then gets it on the wing, and she just dishes it out to Birmingham. I think you should have trust in a player with that capability, averaging 30 points per game in 4A, but at the same time, you need to have some trust in yourself. You can't just solely depend on Braylon Birmingham to get you a win against DCG. It's got to be a team win.
And you know DCG will eventually find that three-point shot as Overholzer gets a hand on this pass, knocks it out of bounds in the far corner. 5:07 left in the second quarter, 23 seconds on the shot clock for the Mustangs. They trail by 5, trying to cut it back to one possession. DCG has not led in this game. Smid with it on the wing, guarded by Birmingham. They're sagging off, trying to make her into a jump shooter. Brauk around the screen, gets it to Meyer on the near side. Brown picks her up. Smid looking to drive, catches, but picks up her dribble by about 15. The Mustangs, not a lot of dribble penetration here in this possession. Brauk looking to go baseline. Somehow got through that defense and laid it up. She's got 5 to lead the way for the Mustangs and lead back down to 3 for Norwalk as a great play by Smid on the crossover. Got a piece of it, and she will lay it in back the other way and score. So all of a sudden, Warriors lead down to 1. Brown, a nice finish back the other side with a short jumper.
Needed that shot. DCG already picking up a full steam of momentum. Only now a 3-point lead.
DCG, no threes here so far. As a group, they have shot 37% from downtown. Meyer on the drive, and they're going to call a blocking foul. That will go against Birmingham. That is her first. First team foul against Norwalk, and it is going to send Meyer to the free throw line. Meyer, another very good free throw shooter. DCG 3 for 7 now after the Meyer miss. Norwalk, after getting to the line 17 times on Tuesday, yet to take a free throw here on this. Second free throw is made by Meyer, her first point. Norwalk lead down to 2 halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, past 2 games, Norwalk has only gotten to the charity stripe 10 total times. 4 in their last game and 6 in the one before. You have to get to the line. That's such a strong suit for this team, is getting to the free throw line and then making them, leading 4A in multiple free throw statistics. Gotta get some fouls here.
Reeder drives in, up and under move, and they will get to the free throw line as she was fouled. Got a great move, buried herself a little bit, but able to get the shot up through the contact, and she'll go to the free throw line.
It was a great pump fake from Reeder, able to get a step through and force the foul on Bowens.
Reeder, a 5'6" guard, a player that does play well in the post and finishes well at the line. 2 points for her so far, misses the first free throw. Second opportunity for Reeder. Already more misses in this game than Norwalk had all of Tuesday night as Reeder goes 0 for 2. DCG can tie or take their first lead for the basket this possession. Off the drive, Brauk pulls it back out, gets it to Smid on the left wing. Meyer face guarded by Brown. Smid picks it up from the elbow into Brauk in the far corner. Overholzer there defensively. Brauk with the left hand goes and is going to get called for a travel, trying to get the pass off. Stops the clock with 3:14 left in the second quarter. Norwalk still clinging to this lead. Warriors' largest lead was 10, but sitting at just 2. They need a basket this time, down just 4 points here in the quarter. Birmingham off the screen from Bordenaro will bring it back the other way. Bordenaro set another screen. They'll get it to Reeder. Left wing, Overholzer at the top of the key. Drives in. Out to Bordenaro. Her shot is tipped, and Brown's going to get called for over the back here. A good box out as that shot was well short after the tip.
Bowen had a really nice closeout, standing at 6 foot, one of the tallest players on this team. If you're Bordenaro, if you're lining up for that 3, you've got to make the shooting motion quicker. Seeing a 6 foot forward coming at you, you've got to be able to get that off.
So again, DCG trailing by 2. Smid gets it to Bowens, who cuts up top. Brauk on the left wing. They go down low. And making the nice curve around is Abens, laying it in for her first basket. We're tied up at 16. Birmingham drives in on the other side. Norwalk crowd wanted a foul as Birmingham could not finish the play. Smid back the other way. And they're going to say last touch to by Norwalk as there was a lot of contact, no foul called. Surprising call there on both accounts.
It looked like Smid really just threw herself against Bordenaro, and now Bordenaro a little slow to get up.
Norwalk, a team that can't afford an injury as just a 6-player rotation. As it will be DCG basketball as they take a look at Bordenaro. Looking to start an interior-exterior home project? Are you trying to finish one with lack of motivation? Hempstead Home Repairs is your Norwalk and surrounding area home repair and construction expert. Your project deserves quality, and you deserve honest, no-frills communication. No project or remodel too big or too small. Like and follow Hempstead Home Repairs on Facebook for more information and provided services. Always free estimates. Norwalk, the big run to start the game, went up 10-0. Looked like they may be looking to pull away. Instead, DCG comes storming back on a 16-6 run, and we are officially tied up, 2:17 on the clock, as Brown looking to get the ball inbounds. And it's going to be a 5-second call. Great inbounds defense from Norwalk to force a turnover.
Coming out of that injury timeout, I mean, that's exactly what you needed. DCG on a 16-6 run. You've got to stop them. Just slow down. Let's get an offense rolling.
Warriors in control, about 2 minutes left in the quarter. Birmingham gets it over to Reeder, and now Overholtzer popping up to the top of the key. You mentioned that Norwalk, no one really looking to score, but Overholtzer drives in, can't finish. Carlson, offensive rebound on the putback, no good, and her second opportunity is blocked. And another good rebound by Brout to regain possession.
Great rebounds by Carlson, just can't finish that under pressure.
Three-pointer, no good. Carlson grabs another board. That was a problem for Norwalk on Tuesday. They were able to get a lot of offensive rebounds, but kept missing shots inside as Bowens comes up with another block. Carlson tracks in the short board. Carlson open for three. That's been the biggest growth in her game. She hits it to give the Warriors a 3-point lead.
Absolutely huge. I mean, she's been almost a Dennis Rodman type player for this team, really just focusing on getting rebounds, offensive rebounds, and second chance opportunities. But great job from her there to knock down a triple.
Jump ball forced. Overholtzer and Carlson get the held ball off the switch on the screen. 19-16 our score, 1:12 left in the quarter. We were talking about some close games. We saw Makokata come storming back to take down Des Moines Christian. Makokata, one of the two teams to beat Norwalk this year, DCG the other. Inside, layup is missed, and Carlson, a woman possessed on the board so far. Here's Birmingham on the right side, was looking to drive. Screen will be set by Reeder. It's switched by DCG. Comes over to Brown, and now back to Birmingham. Under 45 seconds left in the first half. Norwalk trying to move their lead back up to 2 possessions. And good job by Birmingham as it was knocked away. She's able to recover it. Down to 8 seconds. Goes across half court. Overholtzer gets it to Birmingham. Step back from about 10. Good.
Excellent job just getting to her spot. I mean, you can tell all the work she's been putting in the gym, just able to get a nice little step back mid-range along the baseline.
DCG can hold for the final shot of the quarter. A nice little run, 5-0 for Norwalk to take a 2-possession lead. Brown calling for a screen up top. It will be Abens, moves it over, and now Brown as they were trying to free up Meyer. Shot is missed. Birmingham gets the board. They'll get a shot off, but it is well short. Norwalk, after a big run for them, they are able to withstand a comeback from DCG. A quick-paced first half, 21-16 at the break. Warriors hanging on to a 5-point lead as they try to advance to their first state championship in 20 years. We'll take a short break, be back with some halftime stats and analysis. You're listening to Norwalk Basketball here on Pardon My French Media, the Warriors live stream network. got the opportunity to see the Norwalk dance team here at halftime. The national champion dance team getting the opportunity to perform at the state semifinals. Luckily for them, in front of their home crowd as well. The Warriors, a 5-point lead at halftime. And what started as a very quick game for Braylon Birmingham, we've seen a lot of other players start to round into form, especially Ava Carlson hitting the glass with 6 first-half rebounds.
That's the biggest thing that you want from this team. I mean, I've been talking about it multiple times. You can't just solely depend on Braylon Birmingham in this game. You got to have other players make plays around them. We've seen Carlson already pick up a lot of boards, giving the team second chance opportunities. I just want to expect and see more of those other role players like Pearl Brown and Overholser get involved offensively. They've been doing a great job on defense, making things tough for this Mustang offense, but Birmingham can't do it all by herself. I mean, you have to give a ton of credit to sophomore Ava Smith, doing an excellent job face guarding her in this game.
And if it is a good sign of things to come, Norwalk also winning at the tic-tac-toe competition here at halftime. Warriors 9 of 21 from the field, 3 of 8 from downtown. One of the big differences in this game, they have only shot 2 free throws, but on the other side, DCG 4 of 8 from the line and yet to make a three-pointer. One of the best three-point shooting teams over the last couple of years, going 0 for 6 from beyond the arc. That's something that I expect to see change here in the second half, but Macy Meyer has not gotten many opportunities.
No, I mean, Hannah Overholser has been the one that's been primarily guarding her. She's been doing an excellent job with that. I mean, DCG came into this game shooting 56% from the field against Waverly Shell Rock and 64% from 3. When a team's so hot, it's hard to maintain that consistency coming into this game, especially against a Warrior squad with fantastic defensive guards and Pearl Brown and Hannah Overholser. I think that's the thing that you're going to focus on if you're DCG. Give Macy Myers some three-point opportunities. She was 3 of 3 against Waverly, and like you mentioned earlier, shooting 41% on the season.
The team's leading scorer at 14 points for contest, just 1 made free throw, 1 point in the first half for her. On the other side, we already talked about Birmingham, 10 points. I was wrong. It's actually 8 rebounds for Ava Carlson so far. It was something that she did last year in the Central DeWitt game that we saw, that she may have not consistently scored a lot, but a 16-point game for her in that one. Excuse me, 16 rebound game for her, including there was, I believe, 9 on the offensive side, which was a school record. And she's well on her way to matching that total, 5 points. And now apparently the live stats online are wrong. We have 7 rebounds on there. Someone somewhere has the correct amount of rebounds. Either way, Ava Carlson hitting the glass hard. She's hit a 3 in this one and just been another option for this team offensively in a game where Hannah Overholser has struggled to shoot the ball as well.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the stats right now, you look at this Warrior squad, they got 7 turnovers. I mean, coming in from the regular season, averaging just under 10 a game, so you don't want to see this sloppy offense that they're having already, and with Dallas Center Grimes already 5 turnovers. But the thing that sticks out to me the most is this Warrior squad has 7 team fouls already. You can't have any player in foul trouble already. Overholser and Carlson with 2 for the both of them. I mean, coming down into this game consistently goes to the last seconds every single matchup they have, and when you want in those last seconds, you want your strongest players out on the floor. We saw that last night. Luckily, they had a large lead over Central DeWitt, but having both forwards, Bordenaro and Carlson, with 4 fouls is definitely not ideal, and you don't want to replicate something like that with another one of your key players against rival DCG.
And we saw Bordenaro get a little banged up there at the end of the quarter as well, so hoping that she's good to go in the second. The Warriors only played 6 players outside of the last couple garbage minutes against Central DeWitt, where we saw the bench come in, but it was Bordenaro and no one else off the bench. Their side, DCG, who normally runs maybe 8-9 players, only Anaya Bowens and Paisley Heidkirk getting run time in that first half. We saw some good minutes from Anaya Bowens, especially defensively, blocking a couple shots and just being a presence in the lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that you were expecting to see, because this Warrior squad doesn't have a whole lot of height beyond the guard position with Pearl Brown and Braylon Birmingham. I mean, Carlson really has to fight for every single rebound, being 5'9", and now with the squad up here, you have Ava Smith already 5'11", and Anaya Bowens already playing some nice minutes off the bench, being 6 foot, as we saw earlier, deflecting Grace Bordenero's three-point attempt. It's going to be tough to go against this DCG, especially driving in the lane with the length and height they have.
Two Central Iowa teams fighting for a spot in the state championship. Winner of this game will take on the winner of the 1-4 matchup. That is Bishop Heelan, who is in their first state semifinals in a couple of years after being upset by Xavier the first round last year. They take on Carlisle, who playing in their first state tournament since 2015. They got a big win over Clear Creek Amana. And if the other games today have been any indication, it is going to come down to the wire. We talked about this one already, a close 5-point contest at the break, 21-16. The rest of the day's games, this is the 5th contest here on Thursday. Every game within 10 points. The biggest differential, Johnston, looking to win their 3rd straight title, took down Ankeny 49-39, but the Waukee Northwest Wolves and Dowling going to overtime. 6-point win for the Wolves, taking down the Maroons. Mount Vernon beating Dubuque Wahlert Catholic 53-49. Some clutch free throw shooting down the stretch, winning that for them. And then Maquoketa, who trailed by double figures in the second half against the Des Moines Christian Lions, somehow found a way to withstand that and overcome adversity and get that win. 61-54 for their first ever state championship appearance, in their 2nd ever appearance in the state tournament in general, back-to-back years for them.
Yeah, it's a great job from Maquoketa. I mean, the Warriors fell to them early in the season, even though Birmingham scored 41. So big congratulations to Maquoketa making it to the finals. But now looking at these two 4A schools looking to punch their ticket to the finals. I mean, coming into this game for Norwalk, I had some keys to the game were no easy shots, and they've done a great job of that with DCG, face guarding extremely closely, playing some great complementary defense. But the other thing was give Braylon some open opportunities. DCG already plays great defense, and you can't depend on Birmingham to purely create for herself. We saw that a couple times where they were just give it to Birmingham as almost like a safety, that you give it to her, she's going to make a shot, she's going to make something happen. You can't have that approach whatsoever with this DCG squad. They're going to face guard you like you're the best player in the nation, whether you're Braylon Birmingham or somebody coming off the bench. They're going to guard you extremely well. So that's what I want to see from this Warrior offense, is get more offensive plays, run well off screens, movement off the ball. You can't just sit there and watch Birmingham go to work.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's something we saw a couple years ago with Bailey Birmingham, is that a lot of people would stand around, watch her work, they'd get the ball, and it's like, okay, where's Bailey? I got to get the ball to her. I can't look to score. That seemed to change a lot last year, and the Warriors kind of regressed a little bit to that in the first half and a little bit on Tuesday against Central DeWitt. I'm looking for Pearl Brown to have a big quarter here coming out of the halftime break. And Hannah Overholzer has taken 3 shots, and they got to find a way to get her going. She's been such a clutch player for them in games where Braylon has struggled a little bit. But I think the two of them are going to be so key, a big backcourt for Norwalk all season.
Yeah, DCG's just done an excellent job defensively, not allowing anyone to go inside the paint. They're playing this off-ball man type thing where if you try and drive in, they've got 4 girls already in there closing in on you, making things extremely tough. But when you look at the playoffs in general, teams have such narratives coming in. They're a great three-pointing team. They're amazing at the free throw line, but when you get to the game, all that goes out the window. I mean, coming into this game, DCG extremely well at three-point shooting. They're 0 for 6. Macy Meyer, one of the best three-point shooters in the entire state, hasn't made a single one in this game. Norwalk consistently getting to the free throw line, only got into it twice off of Reeder's 2 missed free throws. So it's going to be interesting. Both teams have to adapt. It's a rivalry game. At the end of the day, it's going to come out to who can adapt quicker and more efficiently and come out on top.
Norwalk basketball out of halftime, a 5-point lead for the Warriors. Brown catches it on the near side wing. Reeder popping up to the top, gets it over to Birmingham, down low. Pearl Brown turns and finishes. Good play for the Warriors to start this quarter out.
It's absolutely what you needed to start. You needed to start with a quick make. They've been a little bit cold going into that first half. Now just need a defensive stop here.
Underneath, Abens gets it over to Smith, who finishes strong at the rim as well. Good ball movement as the Warriors had thrown 2 defenders on a trap in the corner. Birmingham up top to Reeder. does not look to shoot, has struggled with that three-point shot this year. Overholzer gets it to Reeder. This time she'll put up the three. A big three from McKenna Reeder.
Reeder coming up with a huge three coming out the half. Hasn't really been able to find her shot this season, but making a clutch three to start off this second half.
Warriors extend their lead to 8, 7 minutes left in the third. Largest lead was at 10, and this one's stolen away. I don't know if it was Brown or Carlson that got the tip. Reeder running the court the other way and goes off her hands and out of bounds. Tough break there for the Warriors as they were looking to come up with a double-digit lead in transition.
Saw just in a pure example of Pearl Brown's length. I mean, coming off the screen, able to get her hand up, deflect the pass, but Reeder not able to bring it in and get it to finish.
Warriors 2 steals and 2 blocks on the defensive end. Brauk looking to clear out on this side, picks up her dribble. We'll move it up to Tessa Jones, who didn't get a lot of playing time in the first half, just 7 minutes of action. She looks to drive, gets over to the right side. Layup up and good for her from about 6. Lead back down to 6 as Brown with it in the corner, goes to Reeder up top. Ball fake, looks to drive, pulls it back out to Overholzer. They move it around to Brown in the corner, back to Birmingham, who pops up top. Birmingham gets the switch on Brauk, has the height advantage there. Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Overholzer at the top of the key, over to Brown. Brown. And it is stolen away here by DCG. Brown tips the pass, but it still ends up in the hands of Abens. Abens, lefty layup is good. They cut further into the lead.
Just great defense from Ava Smith. I mean, we've seen that a couple times already today, able to poke the ball out. In that case, coming from help side defense, get that.
Step back jumper from 17 is good for Birmingham off the screen. They're gonna need some clutch shooting from her as DCG gonna call a timeout.
Just great defense from Reeder, able to deflect that one out of bounds, trying to go for a long pass to get a quick triple, but Reeder able to get on that.
Smith takes the ball out of bounds, and it was not a timeout, excuse me. They get it into the corner here for Jones. Back up top, Brauk. Thought she was going to be open for a three, but a good closeout from Overholzer into the corner. Abens moves up top to Meyer. Jones up top. Jones will come around the screen. She'll spot up and fire the three. That's a big shot. Tessa Jones with 5 points out of the break. Warrior lead down to 3. Birmingham wanted to go to that spin move, double teamed. Reeder hit 1-3. That one, a little bit of an ugly shot. It'll be a jump ball off the rebound and we'll go back. Reeder couldn't get that one to fall, and the Warriors maintain a 3-point lead, 4:54 left here in the quarter.
We're seeing the Warriors on defense struggle a little bit to get out of these DCG screens. I mean, when you have tall girls out here setting those screens, it's hard to kind of maneuver around that. They're having a little bit of communication problem with who's switching or who's staying. Got to adjust that.
Jones got away with a little bit of a push off. Birmingham reads the pass perfectly. Her and Brown looking to push the other way. Shot is missed by Birmingham. And they're going to call a foul here against Carlson. That'll be 3 on Carlson. The crowd letting Birmingham hear it. 4:22 left in the third quarter as she misses the layup in transition. Warriors, both games here at State, have struggled to finish on these fast break opportunities. Brauk around the screen, gets inside. Lost a handle on the ball, but they're going to call a foul. That'll go against Overholzer. She now has 3 as well. Carlson very frustrated as the Warriors unable to get a call here in the third. But that is definitely the correct call as Overholzer got that arm over the shoulder. As free throw is missed. Very uncharacteristic of Brauk and Meyer at the free throw line today.
I mean, Overholzer, that foul came off of the screen where she was lagging behind. Just trying to get back on defense, this Warrior squad has to figure out a way to adjust and get around these DCG screens.
Brauk bounces back to knock in the second free throw. 2-point lead for Norwalk. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Birmingham, screen set by Carlson. They'll move it around. Brown back, and it's reversed up top. Overholzer, still no points for the game, gets it to Birmingham. And now Reeder in the corner. Warriors looking for a drive opportunity. Birmingham gets inside. Double team comes, moves it out to Overholzer, now to Brown. Brown, Birmingham in the corner. Shot clock running down, fires up the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Carlson trying to fight for the board, but Bowens comes down with it.
A lot of this passing is just going around the arc for the Warriors, not able to cut in or kind of penetrate that defense. DCG doing a great job defending the paint.
Tessa Jones hit the 1-3 in the quarter for DCG. They can take the lead if she can hit or someone else can hit another. Smith over to Heidgerkin on the far wing. Brock cutting underneath the basket. They get it out to Jones. She's open. It's an air ball. Brock comes up with the board though. She gets switched on to by Carlson. Got to be careful with the 3 fouls. Down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Brock got the shot up, no good. Long board brought in by Birmingham. Birmingham back the other way. Hit 2 threes early on, hasn't got one to go since. Overholzer looks to drive, blocked by Heidgerkin. As Brown was trying to pick up full court, it's moved ahead for Smid. Jones was open here in the corner for a second. Jones with it in the post. Double team comes over, moves it out to Smid. Fading away, Smid able to get just enough room to get it to go in. She's got 8 to lead the way for the Mustangs. They tie it up, 2:15 left in the quarter. Birmingham inside, shot doesn't go, but she'll go to the free throw line. First time she will go to the charity stripe here today.
That's what Birmingham needed. I mean, DCG coming in with a lot of momentum, coming out of this second half, ties the game up. Birmingham's extremely comfortable at the free throw line. Just calm down, relax. Let's get an off. They need to get an offense running.
Birmingham misses the first free throw. Meyer back in as Jones takes a seat. Great quarter for her, 5 points in the early minutes to help DCG come back from down 8. Norwalk with her first made free throw. It's a timeout by Coach Segrist. 13 for the game for Birmingham, but 8 of those came in the first quarter. They've held her in check since.
I mean, once again, I mentioned it earlier, but this offense doesn't seem to be trying to penetrate in this middle. I've mentioned earlier the size that this DCG team has on the inside, doing a great job defending the interior, but you can't just pass the ball around the arc and expect someone to get open. That's just making playing defense way too easy for this DCG team. So somebody's got to take a cut, set a nice screen. That's something I think the Warriors have been struggling with, setting sloppy screens and just not able to communicate effectively defensively coming off those screens. I think that's really been helping this DCG squad out.
And Nails is not only a beauty salon, they strive to create a relaxing and welcoming space for all their clients. At their salon, they take care of all of your beauty needs, from your nails to your toes and lashes. They specialize in men nail designs and hope you will gain a lasting relationship. Book today by calling 515-981-8448 or visiting them at 1300 Turnberry Drive, Unit 3 in Norwalk. Warriors need another stop as DCG looking for their first lead of the game. A new substitution as Taya Jones checks in for the first time. Jones, just a freshman, has appeared in every game this season, seeing if she can bring a spark for this DCG offense. Bowens with it at the top as they're trying to get some off-cut looks, off-ball cuts. Opportunity for Meyer. Heidgerkin. They get it to Meyer in the post. Double team comes over. Switched off by Birmingham. Launches the 3. It won't bank home. Long rebound brought out by Taya Jones, though. Taya Jones, excuse me. Jones with it, looking to go into the post. And buried herself a little bit. Brown comes up with the board. Almost stolen away by DCG. DCG has been getting away with that hook a little bit in the post quite a bit today. We've seen it from both Jones and from Ava Smid down low. Birmingham moves it over to Brown on the right side. Carlson cutting out into the corner. Bounce pass to Birmingham, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Up top to Overholzer, back to Birmingham. They need a clutch shot. Shot clock running down. Drives in, another about 8-foot pull-up is good for Birmingham.
Birmingham continues to deliver, but you can't put all the weight on her. Her teammates have to help her out, get an open shot, open look, cut, set a nice screen, just do something to help Birmingham out.
Heidgerkin on the drive. No good. Rebounded by Carlson. Nice strong board for the senior, her 9th of the game. Birmingham, top of the key, directing the offense. 10 seconds just from the shot and game clock. Brown on the right wing. Reeder catches it up the top. Birmingham on the far wing this time. They're trying to get it, and that's going to be a defensive foul as Reeder was setting the screen. She got run over by Heidgerkin.
That's exactly what you want to see from this offense. Reeder able to set a nice screen for Overholser to try and free things up for there. Overholser, a pretty good three-point shooter on the season, shooting 42% on the season. That's something that you want to do. Hannah Overholser has been that second go-to option for this Warrior team time in and time out, making clutch shots all throughout the season. They have to get her going.
As Bordenaro sets the screen to free up Birmingham. Warriors, after the foul, can hold for the final shot of the quarter with 20 seconds on the game clock. 3 defenders at the top of this defense watching every step Birmingham took. Bordenaro cuts up top. They get it to Birmingham with 10 seconds on the clock. Down low, they go to Brown. She turns, shot no good. Tipped away, and they're going to call a foul. I think that goes against Brown over the back, her second.
Looks like Brown was a little influenced from this DCG student section, counting down from 5, even though there were 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Looks like she was a little perplexed there.
Brown trying to get a shot off at the buzzer, see if she can tie it up. Left it short, though, on a layup opportunity, and the Warriors go into the 4th quarter up by 3. 8 minutes left in someone's season. It is the bully game, the rivalry game, to send someone to the state championship. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Bishop Heelan and Carlisle up next. And thank our sponsors once again, Huddle, Hempstead Home Repairs, and N Nails. At Huddle, we know every client has unique needs, whether you're designing custom gear for your business, sports team, or community event like today's. Huddle is here to deliver. From custom designs and high-quality printing to embroidery projects and even merch, we bring your vision alive with care and attention to detail. Reach us at your team at Huddle, HUDDDLE.us, or call or text us at 515-336-7841. Your brand, your vision, your commitment. Our commitment. Huddle up. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union is proud to champion the Iowa Girl. Thank you for joining us to support young women in athletics and ensuring that they continue to walk down every main street in every town with their head held just as high as every boy. As we get ready for this 4th quarter, what are you looking for from these teams to come away with today's victory?
Biggest thing is Macy Meyer has almost been forgotten this entire game. Only 1 point, 0 of 5 from the field. You want to get her going if you're DCG to cut this lead down, and if you're Norwalk, it is Braylon Birmingham takeover time. You absolutely need her to make every shot she takes in this last quarter and pull away with a victory to head to the state championship.
Warriors bring their starting lineup back into the game. Bordenaro had gotten some run time at the end of that 3rd. Birmingham, Smid guarding her up top. 8 minutes left in today's game. Biggest quarter of the season 3-point contest. Reeder pops out, they get it back up top for Birmingham. 20 seconds on the shot clock, she goes to the left side, dribbles it back out, and defense jumped all over it. Reeder back to Brown. Brown, they're gonna call her for a travel. As Coach Seegers was telling her, let that one fly. Brown has shot the ball well from 3-point range this season after struggling the last couple of years from behind the arc. 3-point lead, DCG looking to tie. Just one made 3 for them in this one. Abens gets it over to Meyer, the team's leading scorer. Switched on the screen, blocked by Brown, caught by Meyer, out of bounds. As Brown, the 2nd block of the game for her.
Once again, we see just the defensive presence Pearl Brown has on her. Macy Meyer, only 5'7" coming in here. When you've got Pearl Brown with such length, she's just such a great defender, already picking up her 2nd block of the game.
At the top of the key, it's Birmingham with it. Looking to go a little isolation. She'll move it to Overholser. Some off-ball screens. Birmingham comes back out, catches it. Reeder back to Birmingham. Birmingham drives in. Nice crossover down in the post. Kicks it out. Reeder for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Carlson couldn't get aggressive, and they're going to call a jump ball. No, a foul called against DCG as she threw Birmingham off. Not sure exactly what the call was there. So no foul called, 6:45 left, 3-point game. Brauk at the top of the key. Meyer sets the down screen for Abens. They get it to Meyer in the corner, Brown guarding her. They look to post up Tessa Jones. Reeder there defensively. Good screen in the post. Layup is missed, this time kicked out by Jones. Floater is good, we got a 1-point gain. Tessa Jones, a big second half.
Already 7 points in this second half. Tessa Jones coming up clutch for her team. Only a 1-point game.
Warriors need a basket here to avoid opportunity for DCG to take the lead. Reeder in the post, double team comes over, and it's stolen away. Brauk jumps the pass. Carlson gets back to stop ball. DCG can take their first lead of the game. Brown got a piece of it, knocked it off of Smid, but she recovers it. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5:45 left in the game. Brown catches it near the State of Iowa logo at midcourt. Abens up top, catches the ball. Brown coming back, it's an air ball, and it is saved, and will stay here with DCG. Great hustle, 6 seconds on the shot clock as Brown was trying to let that one go out of bounds.
Smith just doing a nice job grabbing the ball right before it goes out of bounds and throws it off Brown's left foot. Brauk will now inbound.
They get it in, 5 seconds on the clock. Smid has this one tipped, and Carlson gets her 10th board. Birmingham, her first block. See if she can get it going on the offensive end as well. She does.
Just amazing pull-up. Little hezzy into the shot. I mean, Smith, there was just nothing you could do there. Birmingham absolutely lethal from mid-range.
Norwalk back to a 3-point lead. Need another stop to see if they can get some breathing room. Up top, Abens moves it around, popping up. Jones dribbles to the left side, drives in, layup is missed. Carlson with another rebound, and they're going to call a travel. Norwalk crowd behind us not happy with that call. Coach Segrist asking where that call was.
A little bit of friendly fire there. Reeder running into Carlson as she gets the rebound, falling to the floor, and they call that a travel.
They inbound it into Jones. Birmingham steps around the post entry pass and comes away with the steal. She'll bring it down the other way, pull up jumper, that's good!
Birmingham is turning up when they need it most. This Warrior crowd is getting into it. They are on their feet.
Here's Brauk back the other way. 5-point lead for Norwalk, 4.5 left. Warriors trying to get a little bit of breathing room here. Abens catches it at the high post. Here's Meyer driving in. Layup no good, but a foul called against Brown. That's number 3 on her. Macy Meyer will go to the free throw line for 2 huge free throws.
Three Norwalk starters now with 3 fouls, and Dallas Center Grimes really hasn't had any foul trouble. The most on the starters right now is Tessa Jones with 2.
Meyer leaves the first one well short. Abens will check out as Anaya Bowens comes back in. She's been a big difference maker defensively. Meyer needs this one. Bounces back with the second free throw, just her second point of the game. Norwalk, a 2-possession lead, trying to push it to 3 with the basket. If they can hit a 3, would be huge. Birmingham left that one short. Brown had the rebound, and it's taken away. Double team, nice pass out by Bowens. Meyer over to Jones to cut it to 1. It's a big 3. Tessa Jones, 10 here in the quarter, or in the half. Anytime Norwalk gets a stop and throw a haymaker, DCG responds. Birmingham up top, Smith guarding her. Screen set by Overholter. It's switched on. Meyer now moved over defensively. Jones comes out. And what a 3 from Birmingham. Steps back, puts it back to a 4-point lead. The Stars coming out for the Warriors.
I talked about it coming out of the third quarter. Birmingham needed to turn up. This is her time, her team, sophomore year, clutch bucket.
Timeout, I believe, called by Norwalk. It is a 4-point game. Looking to start an interior-exterior home project? Are you trying to finish one with lack of motivation? Hempstead Home Repairs is your Norwalk and surrounding area home repair and construction expert. Your project deserves quality, and you deserve honest, no-frills communication. No project or remodel too big or too small. Like and follow Hempstead Home Repairs on Facebook for more information and provided services. Always free estimates. Big thanks to our sponsors, Hempstead Home Repairs, Huddle, and N Nails. What a game here for Norwalk as they look to punch their ticket to the state championship for the first time in 2 decades.
It all comes down to this, just under 4 minutes left, 4-point lead. Birmingham is getting hot. What is this DCG defense going to do to try and stop and slow her down? Ava Smid looking a little tired, having to face guard Birmingham all day. It's always a tough matchup here, but the Warriors able to play some nice defense. They can try and finish this one out and get to the state championship.
So Anaya Bowens, that big presence inside, seeing if she can affect the glass a little bit. Tessa Jones has been the big story, keeping DCG in this one. Brauk, double screen, the horns look up top, comes around the screen as they were trying to get a back screen set up. Abens left that one well short. Carlson with another rebound. Ava Carlson has been a monster on the boards today, just 5 points, but double-digit rebounds. As Norwalk will work the clock a little bit here, approaching 3 minutes left in the season for someone.
Carlson truly putting the Warrior in Lady Warrior, consistently fighting for rebounds. She's been absolutely pivotal for this squad.
Birmingham, this one tipped out of bounds. Good job by Brauk, otherwise it would have been a wide open layup for Brown underneath.
That's a matchup I'm looking out for. You've got a 5'11" Brown and only a 5'4" Brauk guarding her. I'm surprised they haven't been trying to target Pearl Brown a bit more with that size advantage.
Brown inbounds it into Overholzer, 10 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Birmingham. Looking to go to work. Double team comes over, finds Brown underneath, but Heidrick jumped the pass. Under 3 minutes left, DCG needs a basket. 2:45 on the clock. Brauk picked up, and they'll move it over to Heidrick. No Macy Meyer in the game, getting a rest, see if she can come into the clutch later on. Heidrick forced to pick up her dribble. Bounce pass gets it to Jones. Down into the post, they go back to Heidrick, right at Pearl Brown. Up and under move, a big play for her first basket.
Excellent step through, able to get around Brown and cut this lead down to 2.
Birmingham underneath, goes right in, and a foul called underneath. Will go to the free throw line, needs both of them.
Excellent job, just able to get past Smith there. Just Anaya Bowens with the foul there, a tough layup, and Birmingham now at the line.
Birmingham 1 for 2 at the line today, 86% on the season. First one big there, make it a full possession lead. Warriors 13 turnovers today. Meyer back into the game. Heidrick had the big basket and checks out. Birmingham, cool as the other side of the pillow. Knocks in both free throws. Approaching 2 minutes left in the game. Brauk, the ball up top. Meyer cutting it baseline over to the far side. Pearl Brown has shut her down today. She did the same thing to Ava Putman in the first game. Here's Brauk looking to drive in. Can't go anywhere with it. And a timeout called by DCG. Maintain possession, 1:51 left, 12 seconds on the shot clock. We'll step away and be right back. Wow. DCG ball under the basket, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Meyer looking to try and free herself up. They inbound it. Reeder comes up with a steal, stolen back away by Jones. And it's going to be a forced jump ball. And the ball will go back to Norwalk with 1:45 left. What a steal from the sophomore jumping that pass.
Huge defensive play. They were trying to inbound under the basket, trying to find Tessa Jones out in the corner, who's been hot from three this second half. Reeder able to see that coming, get the pass, force a jump ball, and that will be Warrior possession.
As the quick whistle, Heidrichen checks back in. A little defense for offense, bringing a little bit more size, keeping Norwalk off the boards. Meyer checks out. Birmingham around Smid. Jones keeps an eye on her as well. Warriors will work the clock here, 2-possession lead. Get it out to Reeder, back to Birmingham. Neither team anywhere near the bonus, just one team foul each, and that is a second one as it goes against Brauk.
Great job from Birmingham, able to catch Brauk in the crossfire, crossing over, trying to guard. Brauk trying to guard Overholzer, able to get her a nice bump into the chest and force the foul.
Reset of the shot clock big there as well. Meyer back in, Jones checks out. Birmingham pops out, catches it. And it'll be another quick foul. This one will go against Smid as they try to not let Norwalk set up an offense. As it'll be in out of bounds here on the sideline this time. Reeder will take it out. DCG looking for a steal, under a minute and a half left. Birmingham, guarded by Smid still. Defense just trying to clear out as they were trying to get the double team. Reeder out to Overholzer. What a read by Birmingham. Double team comes, gets fouled in the post. And that is now 14 fouls. Norwalk, great possession here.
Yeah, excellent awareness from Birmingham as Brauk was coming off her man, trying to steal it from behind, kicks it out to Reeder, but we saw a little bit of hesitancy there. We see Reeder knock down a couple clutch shots in this game, but doesn't look fully comfortable shooting in a big one.
They get it into Reeder. Able to avoid the tie-up. A minute left in the game, and a foul will come, and Braylon Birmingham, the player you want at the charity stripe, 3 for 4 today.
This has been an excellent offensive possession for the Warriors, time management-wise, burning off a ton of time here, forcing multiple 45-second possession there, forcing multiple fouls there. Now they head to the line there.
The biggest key is that she can knock in both. You can maybe give up a 2, but you cannot afford to give up a 3. Norwalk 4 for 7 from the line. Game after they went 16 of 17. Birmingham clutch at the line. Back-to-back 26-point games for her. We gave co-players of the game on Tuesday night, and I would love to give it to Birmingham again, but I feel like Ava Carlson has been the Warriors' heart and soul tonight as Brauk looks to back, and Birmingham knocks it away. They kick it out. Three-pointer, no good. Carlson has able to at least tip it over to Reeder. The Warriors are 45 seconds away from the state championship game.
If you're a Warrior fan, your heart just jumped out of your chest just for a second there. You don't want them to shoot any threes. Smid able to get Birmingham up in the air, dribble, reset, just misses the three-pointer. Now up 6, Reeder at the line with the chance to try and ice this one out.
Reeder, if she can knock in one of them, maybe enough to ice this game. She's 0 for 3 from the line after missing the first one. We'll have one more opportunity. Goes 0 for 2. Jones, full head of steam back the other way. Gets the shot to fall, and a timeout by DCG so the clock doesn't run down. DCG still 3 timeouts left. We are not done yet. They just murked it down to 2. 4-point game, and I think we know who's getting the ball in this situation if you're Norwalk.
Absolutely, you want to give it to Birmingham. Your best free throw shooter, your best player has been fantastic offensively. Whoever is inbounding has to be extremely smart here. DCG, they don't have any fouls to give. They're going to try to get a steal here. It's important that you catch the ball, remain composed, try not to force anything. We know Birmingham has been clutch in this last quarter. Let's see if she can continue to do the same.
And we talked about it a little bit ago, but I got to give Ava Carlson, our Hempstead Home Repairs player of the game. What a performance on the board for her in this one.
Absolutely. Coming up when they need it most. Last year against Central DeWitt, 16 rebounds. In this one, she's already up to 12, getting the boards against a DCG team that on paper should be getting more than them, with multiple players in the 5'11", 6-foot range.
Over 500 career rebounds, just one of 6 Warriors players that have ever reached that mark. As Birmingham called for a travel, lost her footing. Game is not done yet. DCG, there's a 0.9 second difference between the shot and game clock. I like the use of the timeout here by the DCG coaching staff. Draw up your play, see if you can get a quick basket and get right back into your defense.
Now it's important, we saw on that inbound play, the Warriors tried a little bit of ring around the rosy carousel type play, but Birmingham was doubled. When you have somebody doubled up there, that frees, it's simple math. If you have 2 players on one person, that's going to free up somebody else. So you can't fully depend on Birmingham to get the ball here. If you're the inbounder, you can't have tunnel vision and solely look for her, because there's going to be another Lady Warrior open that you've got to feed that to.
Yeah, big key for DCG. You cannot walk away from this possession empty-handed.
Absolutely. I mean, down 4, 36 seconds remaining. A 3 is absolutely what you want here, but who are you going to try and give it to? Tessa Jones has been hot this whole game, but Meyer is consistently your best 3-point shooter. Hasn't made a single one today, so big decisions here for DCG.
Meyer's been hounded by Pearl Brown. Brown just 6 points in this contest after double figures on Tuesday, but just like she did Tuesday night, Coach Segrist might be right. She may be the best defensive player in the state. Shut down Ava Putman, held in her half below her season average, and now Macy Meyer, 2 points, both of which have come at the free throw line. It's a steal. Abens ties it up. DCG a 6-point swing. Ava Smid, a pair of steals and a foul underneath. Norwalk is stunned right now. She can make it a 3-point game with this free throw.
Unbelievable. Reggie Miller type plays there. Back-to-back steals, gets the layups, and now she heads to the line for an and one. Extend this lead out to 3.
Norwalk was so close, and now it's going to come down to the wire on the other side. Norwalk uses their second last timeout. The DCG crowd fired up, and Norwalk silenced a 6-point swing in a matter of 5 seconds.
I mean, it's what we were talking about. All eyes are going to be on Birmingham, and Smith has done an excellent job guarding her this entire game. If you're a reader and you're inbounding, you just have to be smart. You know that they're going to try and double. They're going to put their best defender on Birmingham, so you've just got to be more aware in these situations. But if you're Norwalk, you got to draw up your best play right here. This is your season on the line. Down 2 with Smith, going to be at the line with a chance to extend it to 3. If you're Norwalk, you're praying Smith misses this free throw. You're able to get a quick bucket to tie this one up or take the lead.
We'll take a short break and be right back. Norwalk trying for one final push. Smid at the free throw line. 2 big steals and baskets. Norwalk turned the ball over 3 times. As Smid, the biggest free throw of her life, the sophomore, misses it. Carlson gets another board. Warriors looking to tie this one up. Birmingham gets inside, forces it up, misses it. Foul underneath. And DCG may be going to the state championship.
Birmingham just forcing that one, just trying to do it all herself. 3 DCG defenders all around her, trying to spin around jumper, just couldn't get that one to fall.
That was just a second team foul, so the Warriors need a turnover or their season is over. They've been tipping passes all game. Brauk is fouled. Coach Seegers was calling for that. That was on the out of bounds line. And Hannah Overholtzer, I believe that's her 5th. So that's 5 on Hannah Overholtzer. She checks out for what could be the final time. Here's a Norwalk Warrior. Norwalk absolutely collapsing here in the last 35 seconds.
Something you hate to see. I mean, having a lead for a majority of this game and all that dwindles away just because of a couple bad inbound passes and some missed free throws.
Norwalk uses their last timeout. DCG still with 1, so they can save the possession if that 5-second clock starts to run down a little bit. Norwalk needs a turnover and a basket, 7.4 seconds left. A devastating stretch for the Warriors. It's what we saw in the boys game between Norwalk and DCG at the final regular season home game for the Warriors. Ended on a buzzer beater 3 for Tillman Papson. Norwalk hoping for a similar finish here. 14th foul on the Warriors. So the next one will be free throws. They inbound it. Foul is called. Goes against Brown. That is her 4th. If that gone against Carlson, that would have been her 5th as well. Miscommunication here as it is going to be free throws. Addie Abens, who hasn't played a lot here in the second half. An opportunity to ice this game. And I think it goes back to missed free throws down the stretch by Reeder. Has a timeout on the floor. Abens at the free throw line. 2 made free throws will end this game. If she goes 1 and 1, the Warriors will at least have a chance at the buzzer.
You just got to give a ton of credit to this DCG squad, able to remain composed, have a lot of poise, and just keep going in this game. It was so easy to get just feel out of it, especially with that start in that first half, but they've just been able to keep it with it, and just huge plays from Ava Smith today, just playing excellent defense, and that's been one of the biggest factors is why they got this lead.
And a technical foul. I think Norwalk called a timeout when they didn't have one.
Looked like one of the assistant coaches was talking with one of the referees.
The way that the refs were talking, they were pointing over that I don't know if Norwalk had a timeout to use. So they will do the technical first, I believe. So Avens missed the first one. Goes 0 for 2. And now they will do the technical second, so Norwalk will be able to inbound either way. Brauk misses, so Norwalk will have a chance to at least tie. 5.4 seconds left. That's right, it is a technical, so DCG gets the ball as well. 3-point game, Brauk 1 for 2. Bordenero had checked in after Overholzer's 5th foul. They inbound it into Brauk. She will go back to the free throw line. If she goes 1 for 2, the game is over. So looking ahead to next season, the Warriors, this was a big opportunity for them to punch their ticket to the state championship, as they are going to say goodbye to 3 very strong and key seniors, as Pearl Brown, Ava Carlson, and Hannah Overholzer in their final seconds as the free throw is made. Warriors had a 4-point lead with 35 seconds left. They get it into Birmingham. Gets the shot up, and it is short. DCG, they trailed by 4, under 45 left. Make a monster comeback and are headed to the state championship. Looking for their first title since 2023. As Norwalk's season comes to an end.
This DCG squad, I mean, truly played like a championship type squad. Coming out to the end. I mean, you got Ava Smid making multiple clutch plays offensively and defensively, especially on those inbound plays, getting this team the lead, getting them some momentum, and just able to come out with a tough victory, but a great performance from both teams tonight.
A devastating stretch to end this season for Norwalk. Braylon Birmingham finishes with 26 points, 5 boards, 4 assists to lead the way for the Warriors. Ava Carlson, an incredible effort on the boards, 13 rebounds, as it is just not enough. As the Warriors led this entire game, DCG did not lead for the first time until 21 seconds left in the contest.
Just speaks to the testament of this grit that this Mustang squad had to keep going, keep them in it, and just great job for their head coach keeping that group of girls focused and locked in.
Warriors have a strong team coming back, led of course by the sophomore Braylon Birmingham, the state leader in points per game. She'll finish just a hair under 30 points per contest for the year, in what will be a first-team All-State selection for the 2nd straight year to begin her high school career. They will also bring back McKenna Reeder and Grace Bordenero, and also hope to get back a healthy Peyton Travis, who's lost early in the season, but had a big impact on this season as well.
Yeah, her sophomore year, she was just really a great plug-and-play player, able to just come off the bench, knock down a couple triples. I mean, I think we all remember her game against Carlisle, knocking down, I think it was 8 or 9 threes. Just a great player. Unfortunately, had an ACL tear before the season started, but this Warrior squad's for sure going to be back.
2nd straight year, the Warriors season comes up short in the state semifinals, and a really sad way to go out, as in a game that this team had won in the last minute of the game. Unfortunate way to end the careers of 3 incredible players, Pearl Brown, Ava Carlson, and Hannah Overholzer. A combined 8 all-conference selections between them. Pearl Brown, a all-region selection. Coach called her the best defender in the state, and she played like it here in the state tournament. Held Ava Putman to 8 points on Tuesday night, and just a 2-point game for Macy Meyer here in this one, as the Warriors unfortunately going to come up shy. But they will have a lot of talent coming back. Coach Seeger is still at the helm. Just the 11th loss in 3 years for them since he took over the program. 18-5 the first year, 23-2, and now 22-3 as DCG gets the Warriors' best 2 out of 3 this season. All 3 losses coming to state finalists, as Makokata at the 3A level going to be taking on Mount Vernon tomorrow night for a chance to win their first ever state championship. And now DCG awaits the winner of the last game of the night. Sioux City Bishop Heelan coming off their upset last year to Xavier, now running one of the best lineups in the entire state with 3 D1 prospects, including Melina Snoozy, a player averaging 20 points per game this year and the #1 recruit in the junior class in Iowa. But for Norwalk, a disappointing finish. It is our final basketball broadcast of the season, with the Warriors season coming to an end. They finished 22-3, but it's tough to say the season was a disappointment with another appearance in the state tournament and the building of what is turning into be a great program under Coach Segrist.
Yeah, there's a lot to be proud of. I mean, this team has continued to grow every single year ever since Segrist got here. They've done a great job just developing players. And we know with this squad, you're always going to have somebody that's able to fill that type of role. I mean, Pearl Brown, Hannah Overholzer, amazing defenders. Carlson, a rebound machine. Of course, you've got Birmingham returning as the points leader, the go-to person, the captain of the ship. But ultimately, the squad had a great season. You know, making it to the semis in back-to-back years is something you should not be ashamed of, but it's basketball. I mean, the game doesn't end until the fat lady sings. In that case, DCG just kept fighting till the very end, and you can't discredit them because just a ton of grit showed from that Mustang squad.
An amazing stretch by Ava Smid, 2 steals and 5 points to turn the tide of the game and give DCG their first lead with 21 seconds to go. Norwalk did not score again, and they lose this one 47-42, the final score and the final nail of the coffin on Norwalk's season. Braylon Birmingham finishes with 26 points and 5 rebounds to lead the way. Pearl Brown, 6 points and 3 boards. Ava Carlson, a woman on a mission on the board today with 13 rebounds. But the Warriors struggled from the free throw line in this one, missing 2 key free throws late in that game that could have pushed it to 3 possessions. Instead, DCG gets the better of them in the end. But 3 starters will be lost with 3 key rotation players back, as well as, hopefully we mentioned, Peyton Travis coming back healthy. A lot to like about this team moving forward, but it is tough to say goodbye to 3 incredible seniors. Hannah Overholzer, the transfer last year coming in from Lubbock, Texas. Ava Carlson, the multi-sport athlete, made it to state twice in basketball as well as in volleyball this year. And Pearl Brown, the do-it-all guard for this team. We'll see her again here on the soccer field in the next month or so as the boys and girls soccer teams try to punch their tickets to the state tournament and see if they can bring some hardware back to Norwalk. But for us here today, for the final time in the 25-26 basketball season, for our producer and scorekeeper Gary French, for my broadcast partner Braden Plord, I'm Tyler French signing off here from the KC Center. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next time.